Howdy, folks. So I'm testing this. I've never really used my archaic dinosaur of a laptop for a live. I'm not sure if it's working or not, but I just thought I'd try something else. I mean, hey, what the hell else am I gonna do, huh? So you can ask me something, and maybe I'll answer it. Here. Oh, hi, Ruben. What's up? Can you see me? I don't know if you can see me or not. This is the first time I'm actually. No, Gurdit. Sorry, Ruben beat you to it. But can you guys see me? No, radioactive. Sorry, Ruben Beecher. Hey, okay, cool. You can see me and you can hear me, or because I'm using this. I'm using this, so I don't know if you can hear me or not. Okay, good. Audio and video. Thank you, Ruben. So I thought I'd just do a very quick live Q&A. You can ask me anything in the comments, and I'll try to answer it. But I also wanted to answer some of the stuff I've been receiving on. Can you see that? Oh, that's weird. Oh, that's bizarre. Okay. Okay. I've been getting some questions on my community that I thought I would answer. Somebody wanted to know why. Oh yeah, did you all see the car care tips by Kia? I thought it was kind of cool. Okay, all good. Hey, hi, Lam and Sri Raman. Yeah, hey, Reading Worm. Hello. Can you list down the cars that will be launched in Malaysia until 2021? No, I can't really. Honestly, everything's on hold right now, so everything's really quiet. And hang on a second. Sorry. Yeah, this is live, so if I sneeze, if I cough, if I burp, if I fart, you're gonna hear everything because welcome to my gray curtain live from my living room. So let me just set this up properly. This laptop is really old. I think Dennis told me it's like from his wife works for Dell. It's a Dell Latitude E6430. So yeah, why don't you one of you guys Google Dell Latitude E6430. I'll type it down. I'll type it down in here. Is it E or F? It's an E. E6430. It's a Dell. And let me know how old it is, because I think in laptop terms it's really old. Me laptop. Yeah. Okay. Oh God. Yes, I coughed. No, you don't have to cue those four guys who are dancing with the coffin. By the way, those guys are multi-millionaires now, because I think they charge quite a lot to attend your funeral and carry your coffin for you. Thank you, Sri. Yes, I can. Thank you for letting me know you can see and hear me clearly. So, do I have a family? Yes, of course I do. They're all parked outside there, all 8 of them. Did your Alfetta cost more than Bobby's Fiat 127? Yes, it did. Thank you for the question, Radioactive Socks. Why Radioactive Socks? I've always been curious about your name. But yes, my Alfetta was actually twice the price of Bobby's Fiat 127. Just a bit of trivia for you. In the UK, an Alfetta, in my condition, is worth £15,000 in the UK. So maybe if I ever decide to sell it, I'll sell it in the UK. Okay, let's see. Who else? How long? My Bluebird hasn't started. Which bird are you talking about, actually? Well, the U12 outside, I just started it this morning. And in fact, I started all the cars this morning. They all started up really well. Unfortunately, the Accord CA3 has not been able to start. I think I've got a micro leak somewhere and it's kind of killed the battery, but Jason's going to get me a new battery after the MCO is over. And oh, there's the camera. Oh, that's the camera. Okay. Jason's going to get me a new battery after the MCO is over, and because it's still under warranty. So thank you, Jason. Appreciate that. So yeah, of all the cars that I have, only the Accord couldn't start this morning. Sad to say. Yeah, so no up and down headlights. Yeah, let's see what else. How are my cars? Thank you, Gurdit, for the question. The cars are doing fine, except for the CA3, like I just said. Yeah. What will be my next car? Nice question. I'm thinking about getting a Toyota Starlet KP61. Yeah, whether it's 2-door or 4-door, it doesn't really matter. I really want a KP61. Since I've gone through a lot of Toyotas, I've never had a Starlet. So yeah, I'm thinking about getting that. Okay. Pretty good price. Thank you, RS. Way better than the madness in the UK. Absolutely. Where do you find all these nice cars? Thank you, Sri, for the question. These cars are usually from word of mouth. I've actually found a lot of my cars from word of mouth from friends. Of course, I troll Muda and Facebook Marketplace. Facebook Marketplace is fast becoming a very nice spot to actually find nice used cars. I mean, some of them are in fixer-upper condition. Some of them are in very, very good condition. And the furthest I've ever gone actually from finding a car online was to Kuala Krai in Kelantan, somewhere near Machang. And I actually, that's where I found my Celica TA22. So no, I don't have that car anymore. I sold it. My dream car is actually quite, thank you, Vishal, for the question. My dream car has always been an Alfa Romeo GTV6. Yeah, I just like the way it sounds, even when I say it, not just the sound of the engine, which has been actually voted as one of the best sounding engines in the world. The Alfa Romeo GTV6. I love saying it, GTV6. So one day I shall find myself a GTV6. Unfortunately, prices have escalated. I mean, there was a time when you could get a GTV6 for about 25, 30 grand, and now they are in the 50, 60,000 range, depending on condition, of course. The problem with Alfa Romeos in general, fixer-uppers come in various guises, and usually they take a lot of time and effort and money to fix. So even if I could find a GTV6 now for 30,000 ringgit, it probably needs about 50,000 ringgit worth of restoration. So it's going to be quite difficult. Oh, the questions are coming in hard and fast, so I'm going to have to scroll up a little bit. I'm sorry if I missed everything. If I missed anything. Okay, no, I haven't missed. Maybe I have. Hang on, give me a second. Okay. Iconic. It's ironic that the two-door is much cheaper there than it's reverse here. Yeah, two-door cars, by and large, like wagons and convertibles, will always cost a lot more than their sedan four-door fixed roof counterparts. I mean, that's a given. It's just that way. I think it's been that way for the longest time. Ruben, have I ever owned a classic Mini? No. To be honest, I've never owned a classic Mini, but my cousin Rafiq used to have one, an 850, and we used to go tearing up the neighborhood in it, and it was brilliant. I really enjoyed driving in the car with him, and he's actually taller than me, and he could actually fit in a Mini 850, so that was very impressive. I mean, it's a small car, it's a tiny car, but he could fit. He seemed very comfortable in it. But no, never owned a classic Mini. Okay. Mark 1 Capri. Oh, that would be nice. Radioactive socks. I found out about the gold. Hi, Eric. Love my videos. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. Do car warranties carry over to second owner? That's a good question. I'm not sure about that. I mean, I haven't bought a new car since 1998, so you might want to check with your importer on that. I know that classic car status will carry on with the car, but I'm not sure about warranties. I think they do. I think warranties go with the car. I'm not sure, but even then, if you don't have a warranty anymore and your car is still below 10 years old, you can always go to Evo Malaysia and check out the nationwide warranty thing that we have. They inspect your car, and if it's worth it, you can buy a warranty from Evo Malaysia. So check that out. That's pretty cool. None of my cars actually apply, and they don't qualify for any of this Evo warranty, even though I'm working with Evo. My cars don't qualify because they're just too damn old. Okay, what games do I play? I like to play Scrabble. Yeah, if you're talking about board games, I like to play Scrabble. Outdoor games, I like badminton and volleyball and basketball, but I haven't played in a very, very long time. Okay, didn't Clarkson say that the GTV6 howl like a wounded animal when it's revving high? Yes, I think Ruben did. I think he did. I also remember he said something about the car sounding like God gargling a NASCAR when it's at full pelt. What a brilliant explanation. I love Jeremy Clarkson. I think he's amazing. I actually saw him on stage once at Earl's Court Classic Car Show. And when he got on stage, everybody just erupted, and he held the crowd's attention for like 20 minutes while he just stood up there ad hoc, off the cuff, talking about cars, and everybody was just loving it. He's almost like a stand-up comedian. And the thing about JC is that he can write about anything. I mean, he's written books. I mean, he's an author. He's written about various things around the world, not just automobiles. So I've got a few of his books upstairs. very, very good writer. Really admire that guy. And he can talk. Oh my gosh, can he talk? Okay. Hi, Chris. What channels do you normally watch on YouTube? Good question. Yeah, I troll quite a lot of channels actually. Hoovy's Garage is one of my favorites. Tarvish. Hi, all. I'm Tarvish, and then he smiles. Um, yeah, I think I just started watching a few of Ed Bolian's videos. Pretty cool, pretty nice. Jay Leno's Garage is one of my favorites. Jay Leno is my idol. I mean, his garage is like, oh my goodness. So yeah. Just watched another episode of Hoovy's Garage last night. So yeah, those are the channels I watch over there actually. Okay. 14,000 subscribers. Yeah, hopefully. You never know. Thank you. Fingers crossed, Gurdip. Yeah, we'll be there. Vishal, what other car brand do you love more than Alfa Romeo? Good question. I'm not really biased towards or particular. As you know, you guys know, I'm crazy about classic cars. I love classic cars. I mean, I've been to classic cars for a very, very long time. I like the older BMWs and Mercedes Benzes. Not to say that the new ones are bad. Okay, don't get me wrong. The new ones are amazing. I mean, really technical tour de forces. But there's something about the older ones, like for example, my 126 sitting outside, right behind this curtain, actually. I don't know how to put it. I mean, for one thing, they were over-engineered. They were really, really well made. And that car out there is closing in on 40 years old, and it still starts up, still drives beautifully, still very comfortable, quiet. Okay, relatively quiet. I mean, it's not as quiet as a Rolls-Royce Phantom or something, but relatively, I mean, for a car that's more than 30 years old and closing in on 40, it still drives beautifully. And for me, I admire that technology. I love the fact that those cars were built to last. You know, planned obsolescence was not even a factor back then. It was they just made cars to last a lifetime, and when they meant a lifetime, they really meant a lifetime. I'm very sure my 126 is going to outlast me. Very sure about that. For that matter, the KE30, possibly the Rock and Roller, definitely the Bluebird, maybe even the Alfetta. You know, those cars were all over-engineered. They were built really, really well, and that's what I admire, and that's what I love about these cars. So yeah, I guess the older Mercs and older BMWs are very close to my heart. Yes. Okay. Okay. What else? Sorry, I've got to scroll, and okay, going down. Hey, look. Okay, I already done an SM4, buddy. I've already done an SM4, and that's what actually spurred me on to buy that CA3 out there. And I'm really happy with the CA3 because not just the pop-up up and down headlights, but also the technology that went into the CA3. The double wishbone suspension all around. I mean, to me, that's the pinnacle of suspension systems. Of course, there are now suspension systems out there that are much, much better. But back in the 90s, or for this car for that matter, 1986, that was really, really amazing technology. And I guess some of the cars that I buy, it's because of the technology. Double wishbone suspension actually allows the car to sit a little bit lower, so it looks like a four-door coupe. And I absolutely adore that car. And many people have asked to actually buy it. So yes, I am considering letting it go because I've got just too many cars around now, and the brick wagon is still not home yet. The brick wagon has been stuck at the original workshop. And what I mean by the original workshop was that the workshop I sent it to before the MCO took place was the workshop that was looking after that brick wagon before I bought it, long before I bought it. 2 decades at least they've been looking after that wagon. So nobody knows that car better than that workshop. So that's where it is right now. And unfortunately, because of the lockdown, it's more than 10 kilometers from 10-kilometer radius from where I am. So I can't even go and see it. And even if I could, the workshop is closed. So it's going to be there until, I don't know, guys, 28th of April. And who knows if they might extend it. But it's all for the better. Even if they do, don't be angry. Don't get upset. Don't get suicidal. It's all for the better. If they find a vaccine tomorrow, fantastic. But if not, we just got to ride this out. So there we go. How much? Okay. Hi, Jun. How much you spend on repair for the Corolla? Exclude which Corolla? The KE30 or the Rock and Roller? So let me know. Okay. Okay. Yes, actually, Radioactive Socks. You still haven't told me why your nickname is Radioactive Socks. Are you from Chernobyl or Bhopal? Anyway, Yes, the classic, the 126 has got classic status. It's valid for 3 years, and the car's got to be in original condition. And you need two other cars in your name paying full road tax, so it's not easy to get, but the savings are quite substantial. I was paying 1,670 ringgit, 1,670 ringgit every year for road tax for that car. And with the classic status, it's now just 300 ringgit. So that's a big savings. It's very worth it for big capacity classic cars, anything above 25 years old. Tavarish. I can't say his name. Tavarish. Thank you, Sri Raman. Tavarish. Yeah. Do I prefer the 210 or the 211? Definitely the 210 look. I used to hate those big eye, small eye headlights, but they've kind of grown on me now, and the car is a solid car. It's one of the last big Mercedes that was built to last. Nothing against the 211, but just by virtue of the fact that I used to go to a workshop that was specializing in Mercedes Benzes, and not once do I recall ever a time in about 10 years of going there wasn't a 211 parked in there getting something fixed. So I don't know. Maybe during the time when the 211 came out, Mercedes-Benz was still very new into all the electronics and the gizmos that were going into cars, and they had bugs. It's the same transition between the BMW E36 and the BMW E46. The 46 represents a time when the BMW were getting really heavy into computerization and electronics, and there were bugs in there. Of course, there will always be bugs in the system, and that's why I've always preferred the E36 over the E46. So, I mean, it's just personal preference. Okay, please don't get me wrong. Whenever I say these things, it doesn't mean that if you're driving an E46, you don't want to friend me anymore. Okay. I'm not saying the E46 is a bad car. I'm not saying the 211 is a bad car. This is all just personal preference. If you ask me for my opinion, that's my opinion. Okay. Doesn't mean we can't be friends anymore. Okay. Okay. W140, Andy, hello. The latest batch, W1, the latest batch. Okay, the last batch, yeah. How hard is it to find parts, and are they expensive? Well, Andy, I love the W140. To me, it's it represents the last of the big Mercedes tanks. After that, the model after that it looked rounder, it looks slightly smaller, but the W140 represents the last of the big tanks of Mercedes-Benz. I love it, and I wouldn't be surprised if someday I actually get it, but that would mean selling the 126, and I just can't do that because there's no way I can handle two big Mercedes-Benzes in my house. Okay. As it is, I've already got the 126 and I've got the E39 as well, which is a brilliant car. I love that E39. It's so nice. The 523 represents a very nice balance between hefty road tax and not enough power. So the 23 520 maybe not enough power because the car is very heavy. 528 too much road tax. So I got a 523, which is just right in the middle, less than $1,000 a year. So yeah, I'm very happy about that. Okay, Tavarish, yes. Oh, for a moment I thought Tavarish was on this chat, but yes, thank you for telling me how to say his name, Ruben and Sri. What are my thoughts on the God Eyes is here. What are my thoughts on the 2014 Renault Clio RS and 2015 Hyundai Veloster Turbo? I love the Clio RS. It's a really hot hatch. Very nice hot hatch. Not too partial to the Veloster, actually. To be honest, though, I have not driven the Veloster Turbo. I've only driven the regular Veloster, and I expected a lot more from that car, just based on the way it looks. I mean, the Veloster looks like, oh, man. But I think the Clio RS is one of the better hot hatches out there. Yeah, very nice hot hatch. If you're considering getting one, by all means. Like I always say, if you have the means, by all means. Okay, what's the best, Ruben? What's the most expensive? Sorry, Jeff said, the best car you ever had and the worst car you ever had. Wow, that's a good one. The best car I ever had is still sitting out there. One I drove to Phuket and back in Evo and Euro 2017. It's still a wonderful car. The worst car I ever had. Wow, that's a good one. Okay, I'll tell you what, I'll answer it this way. The car that I spent the most money on, and then I had to sell it for a loss because I just couldn't afford to keep it going anymore. And it's a good story as well because they say you should never meet your heroes. And my hero, I mean, the car I had posted on my wall when I was in Form 3 or 4, I think, when it first came out, maybe more, was a BMW 6 Series, the old BMW 6 Series, the E24. And now I've had two of them because I couldn't afford them back when I was in school, of course. So when I could finally get one, I got my hands on one. And both those cars nearly bankrupted me, like seriously nearly bankrupted me, okay, because they were so expensive. I remember the six, which one was it? The first one, yes, the 635. I never could sort out the brake issue, and sold it knowing that telling the new owner that you got to have to sort out the brakes. Then I went and bought a 633 CSI, which is even rarer. It's based on the BMW E12 chassis. So yeah, that was you would have thought I would have learned my lesson after the first time. That one was an even bigger money pit. That one was also had a brake problem, and it took me 6 months to sort that out. And when I say me, I meant the workshop. The car was parked there for 6 months until they actually designated that spot as my VIP parking. So yeah, thank you very much. That one damn near beggared me, but hey, live and learn, live and learn. Most expensive car I've ever driven. Wow, that's a good question. Thank you very much for that, Ruben. Probably the Rolls-Royce Phantom. Yeah, that would be one of the most expensive. The most expensive I've ever taken home would probably be the Merc GTS, which I got last Chinese New Year for 11 days. Yeah, you can find the video of that down there somewhere. So, oh wait, hey, hang on a minute. Wow, there's the Ferrari as well. I think it was more the Ferrari, which is the one that looks like the shooting brake. It's got a Lusso, the Ferrari Lusso. Yeah, that could be the most expensive as well. A big misconception about this job is that and because the internet is so easy. Let me go just a little sidetrack a second. I'll get to the rest of you in a minute. Because it's so easy to start up a motoring blog or motoring website. Or even a motoring social media page. The common misconception is that you're going to get to drive all these exotic cars like the very next day. And I can tell you now that nothing could be further from the truth. In this career, more than any other, something flew into my mouth. Yeah, thank you. In this career, more than any other, you really need to prove yourself, and you need to spend your time in the trenches. I remember when I first started in the early 90s, I didn't get my first test car till 6 months later, and it was just a Jeep Cherokee 2.5. And if any of you have got a copy of Highway Malaysia magazine in the early 90s, and there's a red Jeep Cherokee in front, that was my test car. That was my very first test car. And so yeah, you have to pay your dues. You have to 6 months out of writing, news out of press releases and stuff like that, and that was still during magazine time. These days it's just like that. You can start up a motoring blog and just put up stuff, and it's so easy. It's so easy, but it was very, very difficult back then. And there's just so many of us right now. I mean, just so many. When I first started out in this career, I kid you not, I could count the number of motoring journalists, bona fide motoring journalists in Malaysia on two hands. Yeah, there were about 10 of us. No, I'm not going to even say us. There were about 10 of them. I wasn't one of them till much later. Much later. So, okay. All right. Okay. Here we go. Ooh. Nicholas Fung, would you eat in your car? Oh, hell no. And this is some advice for you guys out there. Don't eat in your car, and even if you can drink from a tumbler or something that's not going to spill, because insects have been around longer than us, and they have tuned in so well to little scraps of food and stuff that they can smell a crumb a mile away, and if you drip food in your car, don't be surprised if other things move in. Ants, roaches, they're going to set up shop in your car. If you're very unlucky, rats may set up shop in your car, and then they're going to chew through your cables, because for some God only knows reason why, rats seem to find plastic very, very edible. And so there goes your wiring harness, there goes your wiring looms. I've seen cars that have been scrapped because rats have eaten through everything, and it's just too expensive to restore. We call those BERs, beyond economic restoration. The cost of actually doing up the car is going to cost a heck of a lot more than the car's value. So yeah, a lot of cars get scrapped because of that. Okay. Zalfitri, Zal Said. I'm so sorry. I'm very bad at pronouncing names. G20, 320, 330i, or C300. Ooh. I don't know. Really? For one thing, they're very new and a bit out of my ballpark. As you know, I prefer classics. Probably the BMW. Sorry, nothing against the Mercedes again, but probably the BMW because I found it to be a nice balance between comfort and performance and ride and handling. You know, all gelled in very well. It was a little bit bumpy, but it was something I could possibly live with for that kind of performance. So again, personal choice doesn't mean the other car is bad. Yeah. Okay. Hey, Arif, what's up? Sorry. Yes, you are currently bored in Kuching. Oh man, sorry to hear that. But you've got a very nice house. I've seen it next to a river and everything. So you're very lucky. I've got a very nice house next to a curtain. So you're very, very lucky. Hi Ken. Is your rock and roller running the original engine or a 4AG level? It's an original engine, and it's a carburetor. Is it 16 valve? I'm not even sure if it's 16 valve, but from one thing I know, it's a 5-speed manual, original engine, carbureted engine, and it just gels so well. I mean, it's only a 1.6, but it's quicker than the Bluebird, which is a 1.8. And I have to be very honest, it was quicker than the E36. Even though I don't have the E36 anymore. Yes, I sold the E36. The rock and roller, it was quicker than the E36. I mean, I did my own little drag test on my own, and I didn't record it because I don't want people coming in and saying, oh, you shouldn't be doing this. You shouldn't be racing your cars on the street. Well, I wasn't, sort of. But yeah, the rock and roller, because I think she's light, very, very light, very quick car. And I'm actually very amazed. For a 1.6 that's 30 years old, it was quicker than the newer BM E36. So then again, that E36 was very heavy, and it's only a 318i. So there you go. Anyway, isn't now a good time, Ruben, to buy second-hand car, seeing as car values have dropped because of the outbreak? Anytime's a good time to buy a used classic. Anytime. But yeah, the only problem is you're not going to be able to go see it. Did I say go twice? Yes, I did. You're not going to be able to go see it because of the MCO, so it's a bit scary. What you can do if it's a car that you really, really want, and you just based from pictures that you see online that you think you're going to get it, give the guy a deposit, okay? Work out something with him and give him a deposit to hold the car for you till after the MCO. Now, the problem with doing that is that if you decide not to buy it, it is well within his rights to keep your deposit, okay? If he sells the car to somebody else after you have given him a deposit, he has not only to return your deposit, he's actually got to double it. Those are actually the rules of engagement when it comes to buying a car. And many people don't know this. Yeah, pay a deposit. If you decide not to get it after that, you have to forgo your deposit, let him keep the deposit because he's actually held the car for you and possibly turned away other sales because you have given him a deposit to hold the car for you when he could have sold it had you not given him a deposit to hold the car for you. However, if he sells the car after you've given him a deposit, he has to double your deposit back. So not many people adhere to this, but it's actually the rules of engagement when it comes to buying used cars. Okay, sorry, I'm getting through this. I'm going to get through all these because I know some of you have commented in my community section on photos and all that, and I just liked and I didn't reply. I apologize for that. It's just so many, and but I have been replying all the comments in the videos. So let me get to these here as well. If you got a question that you actually posted in the comments of the community section, please post it here, and I'll get to it. I promise. Okay, I'm not getting offline until I get through all of this. Okay. Okay, thank you, Radioactive Socks. You just came up with a name to puzzle people. All right. I'm going to reckon you're from Fujima. Fujima? No. Fujiwara. No. Fukushima. That's it. Okay. Did I miss any? Okay. Would I into 11? Yeah, 4AGE. You know what? I love the 4AGE, and not just me. It's been voted as one of the top 10 best engines in the world. The 4AGE engine is just freaking awesome with those, if you put in individual ITBs, individual throttle bodies. Yeah, oh man. My XK70 is running a 4AGE now. Sold it to us1, and he's put in a 4AGE, and the car is just a freaking rocket. I've seen it after what he's done. It's just absolutely brilliant, and because it's rear-wheel drive, you can drift. With the 1.3 standard engine, I could only sort of get the tail out when it was wet. Now with the car can get its tail out in the dry anytime it wants. Okay. Hi Dila, you're the one from Brunei, aren't you? Yeah, thank you for your comment on my last video. Curious to know how you met Bobby and became part of Horizon. Wow, that's a great question. Thank you, Dila. I met Bobby many, 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 many years ago when he was still with a magazine called Live Life Drive. What a wonderful name, Live Life Drive. And I met him during an event. And okay, this is a funny. Let me see, I get through this without laughing. The first time I met Bobby was under rather unusual circumstances. He had just published a magazine, one issue, and he had taken me to task in the issue for actually voting a car. If I'm not mistaken, it was a Mitsubishi Lancer as one of the top 10 best cars of the year. And he actually came up with a caption for it and put the picture of the car and my article there, and was like, "I'm a gaucho, are you sure or not? You know, this is the best guy in the world. Come on, don't be ridiculous," and all that. And then I saw him from afar at this event, and he came up to me and he goes, "Hi, Crispy," and I'm Bobby, and I'm like, "Bobby, Live Life Drive. You're the one that said something bad about me in your magazine, right?" And he was like, "No lah, no lah, no lah, not really." And before he came over to say hi, he was with Kaining apparently, and Kaining is his colleague last time. And Kaining said, "Hey, that's Chris Wee over there. We just talked about him in our magazine." And Bobby looked over and goes, "Whoa, quite big order, fella." But when Bobby told me this story, I cracked up, and it still cracks me up. I tell you, oh my god, it was so funny. It was so funny because I immediately pointed at him, and so I was like, "You're the one that said bad things about me in your magazine, right?" He goes, "No lah, no lah, no lah." Say it. But I love Bobby. Bobby's my bro, and we became great friends after that, and we still are. So it's like, oh my god, what a way to start a relationship. Okay. Anyway, okay, here we go. What else? Oh, so many. All right, hang on. Suresh, hi Suresh. Should I get a Saga or a Beza? I have been using a Hyundai i10. Okay, depends. Okay, I like both for different reasons. I like the Saga because to me, it's value for money wise and what comes with the car as a whole package. And of course, we're talking about the new Sagas now, yeah. Its value for money proposition is unbeatable. It's absolutely unbeatable. Now, the Beza was made to cater to a very specific need. It's a entry level family sedan. Okay, that's it. It's a entry level family sedan. Very good in the city. I got a question the other day. People are saying the Beza handles like a dog on the road, handles very badly. Okay, now you have to remember what was the car made for in the first place. Okay, as a family sedan, just to carry you around, city commuting, carry your family around before the MCO, just to go out, go shopping, do this, do that. It's a brilliant car. It's big boot, lots of interior space. Again, one of those cars that was built from the inside out, not the outside in. So it serves a very specific need, and for that need, say you're an Uber driver, I mean, it's a very, very good car. I've had so many, sorry, not Uber, Grab. Uber doesn't exist anymore. Yeah, I've had so many Grab drivers come over with the Beza, and I've never been uncomfortable in it. I mean, it's a comfortable point A to point B kind of car. Now, the Saga, on the other hand, is for those who like a little bit more performance handling in their family sedan. So because once the Saga is done being a family car, and you've done all your chores for the day and you decide to go out for a drive on your own, it's a very nice handling car. I love it. I love the way the Saga handles. I just wish they would come up with a manual variant, premium manual variant, not the base model manual variant where there's not even a freaking cup holder, I think, but a premium model Saga. And for that matter, the Iris. There were talks last year about why the R in the Iris is bigger and in red, because yes, there were plans to actually come up with a hot hatch version of the Iris with a manual transmission from a premium variant. So yeah, I'm still fingers crossed that that's going to come out, because that's going to be amazing. I drove the previous generation premium model 1.6. It belonged to my buddy Hezri. Such an amazing car to drive. Such an amazing car to drive. Yes, Arif, I know you're smiling because you have one, bastard. But never mind. It's okay. I forgive you. All right. Hang on a second. I have to scroll down again. More questions here. What are my thoughts on the Proton Inspira? Buy it. You know, the Proton Inspira, of course, based on a Mitsubishi Lancer, was actually tinkered on by our Proton R&D. and give them some credit. I mean, cut them some slack. Proton R&D, they know their shit. They really do. I think they learned a lot from Lotus when we had Lotus, and they've been infusing their ride and handling into all the cars that are coming out, and maybe that's why the Saga drives so well. So yeah, the Inspira is a damn nice car, and testament to that was I know of at least 3 motoring media who bought an Inspira when it first came out because it was damn good, and you can get an Inspira manual. So yeah, if you can get an Inspira manual, you're gonna be smiling. So thank you, Imran, for that question. Is Kacamata, apa khabar? Do you have a 143 scale model car? Do I have, excuse me, do I have I have many. So check out my previous videos when I showed my rack. Yeah, no, not this rack, the rack holding my cars. Hi, Nicholas. What's the most expensive car you've ever wanted? An Alfa Romeo Montreal. I've always wanted an Alfa Romeo Montreal, but there was an orange one for sale. I had to actually swallow before I tell you the price. 400,000 ringgit, Nick. 400,000 ringgit for an Alfa Romeo Montreal. Wow, crazy. Anyway, what's the most expensive car you've ever owned? Oh, I'm sorry, Nick. I thought you asked me which was the most expensive car. Oh, hang on, you did ask me twice. Okay. Most expensive car I've ever owned. That's a very good question. The last new car I ever bought, the Satria GTI. That was the most expensive car I've ever owned. I never bought anything more expensive than that before in my life. Yeah, that was the most expensive car I ever owned. Does anyone remember how expensive or how much the Satria GTI cost when it came out in '98? Because I got one of the first batch. If I'm not mistaken, it was, no, I can't even remember. Was it like 74,000 or 75,000? Something like that. Hi, Jalen. Buy a W124 E280. Road tax won't be a problem if you get classic car registration. Yes, but if you can find one that's already 25 years old and above, are they 25 years old and above? If they are, yeah, then you need 2 other cars in your name paying full road tax. And you need to make sure the car is 100% original. Is it possible to make a Top Gear Malaysia? Of course it's possible, Ruben, but unfortunately it also takes a lot of time, money, capital, area. I think myself, Bobby, and Con could very well be the Clarkson, May, and Hammond for Top Gear Malaysia. Not to brag or anything, but what I'm saying is that I would love to do a show like that with them. But it's just, well, maybe after the MCO. We did a few already, the Red Couch series. We did the whole Toyota series, the 3 of us together, right here actually in this living room, what I'm going to start calling the Grey Curtain Hall. And it was fun. It was really, really fun. And I think we did a pretty good job. So yeah, maybe after the MCO, we'll look into it again. Okay. Would you get another E24? No. 5 years back, I begged my dad to get one, telling him that it will blow up if he didn't believe me. That you'll blow up if you didn't believe. Okay. Yeah, now it's worth 100K. Yes, actually, yeah, it's okay. Everything happens for a reason, and maybe there was a very good reason you didn't get that. Your dad didn't get that E24 because you might be living under a bridge right now. Hi, Dr. Sujit. How are you? Okay. I'm sorry. I skipped your question. Okay, I skipped your question. Let me go back up there again. All right. No, wait. You asked me about the G20 330i or C300, right? Yeah, I said the BMW. Yeah, I said the BMW because of its for me, the whole package. Just I like it more. Anyway, moving along, and my mouse has decided to cave in on me. Hang on, it's just going a bit crazy right now. All right, there we go. Taylor, hello Taylor PS4. How are you doing, buddy? Okay. Hello, Mr. Chris. How did you get a haircut during this period? Well, as you can see, I just did it, and I do it myself. There's a video of it actually below on how you should actually shave your head. Yeah, so you can go check that out. I do it myself. Shave my face, shave my head. Hey, you big beautiful bastards, here's my face. Yeah, that's from Aussie Man Reviews. Somebody asked earlier what other channels I watch. Okay, for the non-motoring ones, I love to watch Aussie Man. I think he's freaking brilliant. The way he can just look at a video and comment on it ad hoc, off the cuff. Just freaking brilliant. And he's so funny. So yeah, go check out Aussie Man Reviews. That's one of the channels that I watch when I'm feeling like not watching anything motoring. Hi, Darren. I'm good, buddy. I'm glad you're here. Thank you so much. How many people are? 30 people online. Nice. Hi, Leo. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Oh no, I went up too far. All right, here we go. Sorry, my my mouse keeps going up and down, so I'm like, in case you're wondering why my eyes are like this. Hi, Ahmad Mian. How are you? Glad you're here. How's Singapore? Hope everything's okay down there. I heard you guys on MCO, a very tough MCO as well, tougher than here. Yeah, Singapore always got to be stricter than us, lah. Everything we do, you have to do better. Huh? So now you got infrared to stop you from going out of your house as well, right? Just kidding. Just kidding. Okay. Baldwin, what's up? Shikun said something? Sorry, I think I missed that. Okay. Hello. Okay, plans for Enduro 2020. Oh, very good question. I'm going to get to that just in a second because that's a very long explanation. Radioactive socks. I'm going to start using my keyboard mouse because this one, every time I touch it, it flies upwards. Like, okay. Chris, hi Darren. Yes, Chris, can 19 years old join Evo Club? You've got a valid driving license, you're insured, your car's insured and in good condition. Why not? Age is just a number. I mean, do I look 22? Sorry, I'm so sorry I said that. Please forgive me. Okay, hi Chris, MCO done both sides. We'll be back in Malaysia and it's good for me to buy a 2006 or 2007 Proton Vira Auto. I'm also planning to buy a classic Fiat 131 Super Miraflori. Oh, now you're talking my kind of language. Yes, get the Fiat first before you buy a Proton Vira, okay? But you know, in defense of the Proton Vira, it's a brilliant car. It really is. It's one of those cars. I think the Proton Vira is the Nissan Sunny of the Proton range because I had one, number plate WHC, no, P, WH. So many cars I can't remember, but the number was 821. It belongs to somebody else now. I was getting ready for Phuket Bike Week. I was supposed to leave in 2 days. The day before I left for Phuket Bike Week, my bike developed a hiccup. Okay, so I rode immediately to the bike shop. This was Phuket Bike Week about 5, 6, 7 years ago. Okay, I try to make it every year, but of course this year they cancelled it. Sent the bike in. The Sifu of the bike shop asked me, when are you planning to leave? I said, tomorrow. With the rest of the guys, and he goes, okay. He had a few bikes to service because many of them were going for Phuket Bike Week as well. He calls me up at 6. He said, you go home first, I'll call you when the bike is ready. He calls me up at 6. I'm thinking the bike is ready. He said, Chris, you have to leave your bike here, and it's just, you're not going to make it to Phuket Bike Week. There's something wrong with it. So I was already packed. I was already packed, all ready to go. I threw everything into the boot of my Proton Vira. 6 a.m. the next day, I drove my Proton Vira to Phuket, stopping once for lunch in Danok, and then continuing. I drove from my house to Phuket Bike Week in a Proton Vira Auto. So that's a damn good car. Yes, you should definitely buy one, for sure. Okay. What else? Jermaine, what's up, Jermaine? Thank you for being here. A 2019 Iris Premium with a manual would be a win. Freaking yeah, absolutely. Yes, no, why no? Yes, it would be. It would be a win. I would buy one, and I've sworn not to buy a new car ever again. Okay, you have a Wira Special Edition Aerobag Ken Hong. Well done. Quite trouble-free. You know what? Somewhere along the line, I had a Wira Millennium. Do you remember the Wira Millennium? I had one of those. It had a beasting antenna, and the interior is a bit like a Satria GTI. It was manual too, 1.6. Quite fun. Quite a fun car. Right. Hi Herbert, any good Peugeot used car around? Yes, absolutely. The problem with Peugeots are, for one thing, our climate is not very kind to them. I mean, I'm talking about older Peugeots, not the newer Peugeots. Our climate wasn't very kind to them. It's the same for older Renaults as well. I'm not sure if those cars were homologated for the tropics or tropicalized, as they say, but our climate wasn't very good for them. And also there was a dearth of aftermarket shops, Mr. Wong or whoever under a cherry tree, who could fix these cars properly. It's the same problem for my Citroen ZX. Brilliant car, absolutely brilliant car. The Citroen ZX 2.0 Vulcan. Finding somebody who could actually fix the car properly was a big issue. Yeah, so that's the issue that I used to have with French and with French cars. I've never had a Peugeot. I almost bought a 205 GTI. Yes, there are 205 GTIs, 1.9s in Malaysia. I almost bought one, but the seller decided not to, and I don't blame him. You know, after all the negotiation was done, he finally decided not to sell the car, and I absolutely don't blame him, because if I had that car, I wouldn't want to sell it either. So yeah. But my Citroen ZX was brilliant, and the only reason I ever got rid of it was because I traded it in for the Satria GTI, the last new car that I ever bought. And how good was it? The salesman who attended to me at USPD, he bought my Citroen ZX from the dealership, from the USPD dealership. That was how good it was. Damn bloody good car. If I could get another one, I would. But this time I would go for the 2-door 16 valve. Couldn't afford it back then. I think I could afford it now. I have to wait and see. But you know, I've still got that KP61 Starlet at the back of my mind. Might want to get that. Okay, deep breath, and here we go. Yes, the 3-speed auto is a bit sluggish, I have to admit. Ken, you are right about that. Firdaus, hello, Firdaus. Sopian, what's your thought on the conversions in general? G30 convert to M5? No, sorry, but I mean, to each their own, yeah? Some people like those teddy bear rims, like I'm always saying. To each their own. If you want to do it, go for it. It's your car. Do what makes you happy, you know? Be damned what other people say. Or is it the other way around? Other people say be damned. Yeah, there we go. Do it if you wanna. It's your own. But for me, I prefer originality. You know, I like to enhance or how to say, milk or every RPM out of this original engine. If it's in terms of exterior, I try and keep it as original as possible. But I'll never say no to a nice set of rims. Okay, not the teddy bear rims. I don't like those. I think they're cute as hell, but I would never put them on my car. But rims are a very personal choice. Change them. I mean, if you wanna, go ahead. It's your car. You know, do whatever you want. Really, seriously. So, okay. There we go. What else? Okay. Any plans for a road trip, Ruben, to commemorate the end of the MCO? Oh, hell yes. Oh, hell yes. But you know what? We got to be careful. We can't just all go out in mass like what the people at Wuhan did. I mean, they were stuck for a long time. So fine, if they wanted to do that, do that. But we got to be really careful, because I'm very worried about one thing. Once they lift the MCO, everybody, me included, possibly you, everyone, your friends, relatives, they're all just gonna just head out, just rush out. You know, if you're gonna do that, please still wear a mask. Very, very important too. Yes, I was just looking around for mine. I can't seem to see it. I think it's outside. Anyway, wear a mask, because I'm very worried that all of us going out at the same time is going to spark another wave, and then they're going to lock down everything again. So we got to be really, really careful. Yeah. All right. Ruben, have I ever seen an Alfa Romeo Disco Volante in the flesh? Of course. Please search in my videos the time Bobby and I drove down to Singapore just to see a freaking Disco Volante. And if I'm not mistaken, Bobby actually licked the tire. No shit. No, really, he did. He actually licked the tire of the Disco Volante. But it's one of those cars that you have to see in the flesh. Yeah, I've got videos of it down there. But when you see this car in the flesh, it will make you weep. Really, it will really make you weep, because it is just so damn incredible. Oh my god. I can't explain it. To just go and see that car, to drive all the way to Singapore just to go and see that car. So yeah, Bobby licking it was probably justifiable. I know when nobody was looking, I was caressing that car like it was Scarlett Johansson or something. So right, moving along. Here we go. Oh, Fiat 124 Specialty. I used to have one. Yeah, I used to have one. Never had the 131 Super Miraflori, but I had a Specialty. 124 Specialty. Very nice cars. It was yellow. I named it Kermit. It was green. I named it Kermit. Number plate was 924. Maybe that number plate belonged on a Porsche last time, but it was on my 124 Specialty. Hi, Shamil. Mohammed Shamil. W210 or E39? I know you own an E39, but 210 is a bit cheaper on the market right now. What's your review on the 210? Oh, get it. But you know what? Like I always said, get the one in the best condition that you can find. Don't forget, interiors are usually harder to do up than exteriors. Okay, exteriors are actually relatively easy to do up. If it's rust or paint that it needs a paint job, paint jobs are super easy. It's the interior, because of the trim parts inside the car. that are going to be harder to do up. So get the one in the best possible condition that you can afford. Always get that, because then you have to spend, it's like you say you buy the car for this much amount of money, but you have to spend this much amount of money to do it up. Why not just buy a car that's already this expensive but already done up? That way you don't have to spend more. Okay, it's the same reason why my rock and roller, I'm pricing it at 7,000 ringgit. Yes, it's above market value. I'll be the first to admit that. You can buy Corolla SE 1.6s out there for 2.5, 3, 4 maybe. Yeah, but I'm selling it at 7 because that's what it's worth to me. Because not only have I spent just about that much of money doing it up, it's come to the level where you can just buy it and drive it and don't have to do anything. So it's up to you. You want to buy a fixer-upper for 5 and then spend another, 4 on it, or you want to buy one that's already done up for 7 and don't spend anything except just enjoy and drive. Entirely up to you. That was my GoPro. It just died. How long have I been online? 50 minutes. No wonder my GoPro just died. Yeah, see, I was recording the whole session with my GoPro and it just died. So yeah. Okay, moving along. Sorry, did I answer your question, Shamil? Since I already have the E39, I can't buy a 210. So if I were you, yes, I just answered your question. Up to you. But 210, definitely one of the last really well-made Mercedes-Benzes. Right. Okay. Any more questions here? Oh, nice. You guys are talking among yourselves. Wonderful. Carry on. Baldwin, hi Chris, can I have a ride in your Alfetta? Everybody wants to have a ride in my Alfetta. Yeah, maybe I should start charging for that. Let's see. Okay, Ruben, will rally racing ever make it off in Malaysia? I'm very sad about that, because my good friend Karamjit Singh is a freaking awesome rally driver, and it's just so sad that he's in Malaysia and not somewhere in Europe, because I think he'd be right up there with some of the best of them. So I hope he gets his break soon, not later, not sooner or later, soon, just soon. Right. Hey Agan, what's up? How are you, buddy? Okay. Danger zone. Should I avoid non-operation cars for sale? Yes and no. Okay. I've been burned quite a lot by towaways. Towaways are cars that you buy that need to be towed away and then fixed up. So I've been burned a few times by towaways. So I'm not going to do that again. I've always said that at least the engine should be able to start, and you should take a test drive around the block. It also depends a lot on the car. I mean, if it's something sentimental value or something that you really, really want, then you got to flip a coin, roll the dice, take a chance. It's entirely up to you. But I myself will not buy another towaway. It's got to be at least able to start. Toyota or Honda? Wow, Vishal, that's a very broad question. Toyota or Honda, depends on the model, bro. I've got both, so I'm very happy with both of them. So kind of difficult. Is my 245 sold? Hi guys. Hi guy. No, it's not. I said earlier, maybe you were not here yet. It's stuck. The poor thing is stuck in a workshop very far away, further away than the 10-kilometer radius that they were allowed to travel. And she's going to be there until the MCO is lifted. Thankfully, she's in a shop, locked up and out of the elements. If she was at the side of a road somewhere, I would send a tow truck to bring her back. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I wouldn't just leave it at the side of the road. Okay, what else? BMW M6 or Honda Type R? Oh, wow. Sarvint. That's a very good question. They're both completely in opposite ends of the spectrum, of course. Yeah, but hard to say. I mean, they're both really good cars, and they're both in different categories, different market classes. So they're both really good. I did a video on the Civic Type R. Can you live with a daily manual as a daily driver? Check that out. I could. Yeah, I could. I think of the two, the Type R would probably be a lot easier to live with on a day-to-day basis in terms of maintenance. The M6, it's always down to the fact that yes, you can buy, it's affordable to buy, and it's not very affordable to maintain. So, of the two, if you were to give me a choice of both, I would take both. Right. Ever own an E21? Yes, actually. Thank you for the question, Matthew. I have owned an E21 very, very long ago. and it's one of the shortest cars I ever owned. Not just in terms of size, but I think I had it for a grand total of 2 weeks because I was at a workshop. Somebody came along, a Brit, a Caucasian man, offered to buy the car directly from me on the spot because he already had two, and offered me an insane amount of money. And so yeah, I sold it. I sold it for double what I got it for, and I was very happy. So I'm glad it went to him, and yeah, the car is still on the road. All right, hang on. I think I'm gonna wait. There we go. Okay, Agan, what did you just ask me? Oh, you're welcome, Danger Zone, for the response. Question for you all. And Chris, you know anyone that owns a Mark 10? Nice car. The Toyota Mark X. They call it the Mark X. Sorry. Yep, definitely get one if you can. Hi, Creative Sly Fox 7. How are you? Hope I'm doing well. Yes, I am. Thank you. I have a question. What do you think of the late 70s Nissan Laurel 2.4 automatic hardtop version? Wow, the Laurel. Absolutely. Get one. Very nice. Old school, JDM. Yeah, Toyota Crown, Nissan, those Laurels, Toyota Cressida, all those freaking awesome. They're disappearing. So if you can actually find one in good condition, drivable, absolutely get one. Now, of course, those cars, you have to worry about rust. Absolutely, you have to worry about rust. You need to find a place where you can park it in the shade, out of the elements. If not, you're going to suffer. Those cars deteriorate weekly. There we go. Right. Impreza or Evo, Ruben? One of those questions that's very, very hard to answer. Probably the Impreza because of the sound it makes. Yeah, probably the Impreza, but the Evo is a brilliant car as well. I mean, somebody just shared a 6.5 Evo Tommy Makinen edition. It brought tears to my eyes. Absolutely. Right, so here we go. Okay, would I want to own it again? Yeah, why not? It's a nice car. It was only a 1.6 liter engine, 316, yeah, 1.6 liter engine, back when the numbers made sense. Carbureted, manual, yeah. So yeah, it was fun. It was a fun little car. It was really cool. It was like a miniature version of my E24, but easier to maintain. Yeah. Sorry, excuse me. Thoughts on the Jaguar XK8? Whoa, the one in James Bond. You're talking way above my pay grade here. So if you can afford a Jaguar, by all means. If you have the means, by all means. I'm not going to say no to any Jaguar. I've had a Daimler 3.6 a long time ago, and I sold it immediately when I found out that one fuel pump was 2,500 ringgit or something like that. Crazy, 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 crazy. Okay, there we go. Infiniti Q50. Better than the 3 Series? No, not in terms of a driver's car. You're still better off with the 3 Series. Yeah, the Q50's got a mind of its own when it comes to the steering. I've never really liked that active steering thing. It's very weird. It's a steer-by-wire thing. Some cars are just getting too complicated, and they're doing too much for the driver. And I don't like cars like that because you're taking away the essence of driving. You know, the car. You're not driving the car anymore. The car is driving you. And I don't like cars that drive me. I prefer to drive the car. You know, I should be in control. Pravin, I'm so sorry. I have no idea about specialists for Volvo in JB. Maybe somebody here can answer that. Anybody here from JB, please help out my bro Pravin here. Okay, all right. What else have we got? How about the Alpha 154 seller speed? No, because there's no such thing as an Alpha 154. I'm sorry. I think you mean the 156. Beautiful car, Ahmad Mian. Beautiful car, but hate the seller speed. There's just no way to put it. I just hate the seller speed. It's the stupidest gearbox to ever come out. It does not belong in an Alfa Romeo. I hate it more than hate. So here we go. Sorry, I'm missing out some. I'm going to scroll up a little bit. Okay. Hi, Chris. Do you miss your E36? No, not really. I don't miss it. I miss my E30. Yeah, I miss my E30 more than the E36. I mean, the E36 was a nice car, but not to say anything bad about it. I mean, it was a very, very nice car. But I got the same kind of driving experience driving that that I do with my Alfetta, with the Rock and Roller, with the what else? E39. Yeah, the E39 is a bigger E36. So No, I don't miss it. I miss my Mercedes-Benz W123 wagon, the S123. That's the only car I miss. And again, it was one of those situations where somebody said, "Name your price," and I blurted out a stupid price, which nobody in their right mind would ever say yes to, but he said yes. And once that happens, you're duty bound to sell. So I sold it, and yeah, I regret selling that. It's the only car I ever regret selling, my W123 wagon. What's the prettiest car ever made, in my opinion? The prettiest car ever made, in my opinion, is unfortunately the opinion of many, the Lamborghini Miura. It's just an absolutely gorgeous car. Another one that's not so common is the ISO Grifo. Google that. Go Google the ISO Grifo. ISO, second word GRIFO. I'll type it down here. There we go. Yeah, go Google that, because it's just a brilliant looking car, and one of my favorite looking cars actually. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I've missed quite a few. Sorry. I talk too much. And then I miss your questions. I'm so sorry if I'm missing them. Yeah. Okay. I see the format in JB. All right. So that means after this. Okay. Here we go. What's your opinion about BMW E38 and E87? I know the E38. What's an E87? Hang on a second. You know what? Codes, me and codes, wow, there's so many. And being in this line, there's so many to remember. I don't remember all of them. So I'm just going to check with Mr. Google here. E87 BMW. Okay. You're asking about a 7 Series and a 1 Series. Oh, gosh. Very, very different categories, of course. I would go for the E38. Then again, I wouldn't say no to this E87. If I'm not mistaken, is it the only rear-wheel drive hot hatch left in the world? Everybody has gone front-wheel drive or four-wheel drive. So yeah, this would be nice. This would be a fun car. Right. Okay. But yeah, I would go for the E38 if I could afford the road tax. But you know what? I've got two big Germans outside. I don't think I can take a third. So anybody want to buy an E39 or a 126 or trade for a E38? Maybe we can talk. We'll see. But then I don't want to let go of the E30, my 126. It's just such a brilliant car. I love it so much. Okay. Hey Jay, what's up? Toyota KE30 station wagon. Yeah, the two-door coupe. KE30 two-door. Remember, I went to see the wagon, but somebody had already bought it after I made up my stupid mind to get it, and somebody had already bought it. There's still one more all the way up in Alostar, Kedah, that I hope is not sold yet. And after the MCO, I'm gonna seriously talk to the guy who's selling it. Funny thing is, he's here with the grant in Putrajaya, I think, and the car is all the way up in Perlis. Yeah, it's in Perlis with his brother. So grant on one side, car on the other side. Two's got to meet somewhere. Yeah. Cord CD5. Oh, here's another one that I can't remember what the CD5. I know the SM4. I know the CA3. Okay. CD5. Oh, nice. Yeah, the Accord CD5. I remember this model. This one that looked a little bit like the Prelude. I love the Prelude, but it's two-door and very expensive. So yeah, the CD5, very nice, very nice. Did you know that was actually a model of this Accord? No, sorry, not this Accord. The one after this, there was a 3.5 liter V6 Accord, and that one is a keeper. Oh my God. If I could find one cheap, I would keep it until it qualifies for classic car road tax and then put it back on the road again. But that car is a sleeper and a half. It's one of the ultimate sleepers, actually. Sure. In 10 years, you need to hunt for interior trim parts. A lot of cars, actually, radioactive socks, you already have to start hunting. A lot of my cars, I have to actually hunt a little bit more than for its interior parts. Okay. Hi, Chris. Oh, hello. M. Dean. How are you? And yep, glad you're here. Thank you very much. Yeah. Sippy Dip, have I driven the Alfa Romeo 4C? Nope, I have not. I hate the headlights. It looks like it's got a bad case of herpes. So until they change that, I refuse to go near the car. Yes. Sarvint. Sarvint, yes. Which now is the best D-segment sedan car? Honda Accord or Toyota Camry? Wow. Good question. Cars in the D segment, Camrys are getting more like Lexus. Accords are just getting better and better. It's all down to your personal preference. Now, I know the Camry has gone up to what 200,000 ringgit, which is just mad kind of money for a Camry. I don't think the Accord is that far behind, but these cars have improved so much over the years that they're gonna have to start a new segment, because there are some D segment cars out there that are still what we would think of as D segment cars, but there are some out there that have moved on to like maybe an E segment. It's like a luxury D segment, ultra luxury D segment. The Accord and Camry are close becoming cars for that section. Yeah. Yes, Jay, the seller speed in Alfa Romeo is very awful. I think that's one thing they would like to forget. It's like do you remember the AMT in the Savvy? Then there was also the robotized automatic gearbox in the Citroen C3, if I'm not mistaken. Horrible gearboxes. You have to actually lift and shift. Think of it as the car is actually pressing the clutch for you. So you lift, let the gears shift, and then you accelerate again, or shift yourself and then accelerate again, because it's so horrible if you leave it in full auto. It's like horrible, terrible. I hate it as much as I hate a CVT. So there we go. Okay, can I play any musical instruments? No. How's that? Give it some thought. Any other platform to search? Yeah, Facebook Marketplace, Ruben. Go and check it out. Facebook Marketplace is awesome. There's some great shit in there. You should go check it out. Silent Master. Hi, Chris. Saw that the wonderful Ford Telstar you reviewed a month back. Is it still available? No, it got sold, I think. Yeah, LK sold the Telstar. And I don't think he even made a profit. He just wanted it to go to a good home. So kudos to whoever bought that. Yeah, definitely. Yep. Go. Preben. Prediban Raman. Hi, I'm currently 19. Well done. I'm not. Thinking of buying a W124, 126, 140, not as a daily drive, as a collection. Okay, now the thing about this buying these kind of cars, if you're not going to use it regularly, they can deteriorate, so you want to use it as regularly as possible. If it's not going to be your daily driver, you're just going to put it to one side as a project car, then you're just burning money, basically. And at 19, I'm not sure if you've got yourself a proper paying job, or maybe you're already a millionaire. I have no idea. But these cars will cost money to maintain. These cars will cost money to run. These cars will cost money just to keep. So remember about that. You don't want to put yourself in debt at such an early age. It took me until 2 years ago to become totally debt free, and it's liberating. It's wonderful to be debt free. So you don't want to get yourself in debt. You don't want to live to just pay debts, So just be careful. Be very careful about that. All right. Okay. Hi, Thomas. Do I still have my 124 manual? I'm sorry, it's sold. It's sold to my buddy Kavilan, who loves it. He dotes on it. I'm very happy it's gone to a nice home. See, who I sell to is often more important than what I sell for. So I'm very happy. My E30 and the 124, and even to some extent, even though the E36 have gone to very nice families, very good families, people who are going to appreciate these cars. The only regret I have having so many cars, I love all my cars. My only regret is that I don't get to use them all the time. And now with this MCO, some of them are getting jealous of each other. They're starting to fight. They're starting to argue. I can hear it. Why does he take you instead of me when he goes to buy his essentials? So I got to give them equal attention, and it's very difficult. It's like having 8 wives. I can only satisfy one at a time. So I'm so sorry. It's just one of those things. Yeah. Anyway, so moving along. Okay, let's see. Any more questions? Which is better, the 230 CE or the 300 CE? Wow. You're talking about the Mercedes-Benz W124s, right? Yeah, those two. Hard to say. I've never owned either of them. I would go with the 230. You pay less road tax, and you could spend the rest of the money that you save on road tax for other things that's possibly going to go wrong. And things will go wrong. I mean, that's a fact of life. With any car, whether it's brand new or whether it's 40 years old like my Alfetta or the KE30, things will go wrong. So you need to have some backup. If you spend all your money buying the car, you're not going to have enough money later to do stuff to it when things go wrong. So be careful. Never blow your whole load on. I should not have used that term. I'm sorry. Never spend all your money on the car that you want to buy. Always have some backup. Remember that you're going to have to spend some on it later on. Things are going to go wrong. At the very least, you might need a new battery. That's already $400. You're going to need 4 new tires. That's another 1,000 plus. So Always have some spare cash. Don't use all your money just to buy the car. Yeah. Okay. What else have we got here? This is great. I mean, this is just impromptu because I wanted to test my laptop, and it's now been more than an hour and so many questions. Wonderful. I should do this more often. Should I do this more often? Yeah. What else are we gonna do, huh? Let's see. Nice. You're all talking to each other. Glad. I'm happy to see this. Yes. Talk to each other. Hi, Harvey. Hello. My thoughts on the Fiat, on the brand itself. Wow. Hard to say. I mean, of course, they're not really available in Malaysia anymore, and that's sad. Just like Alfa Romeo, they're not available in Malaysia anymore. Yes, I'm playing with a rubber band. My thoughts on Fiat. I love Fiats. I mean, I've had Fiats, I've owned Fiats, and Bobby just bought a Fiat. So they're very nice cars. But then again, we're only left with the classics, and a lot of those cars were not tropicalized, not homologated. They've suffered very badly. The reason you don't see many on the road is because they're either in mint condition and people don't want to sell them because they've spent too much time and money doing it up, maybe for sentimental value reasons. Excuse me. Or they've rusted to the ground, and you just can't find them anymore because they're like 4 feet into the ground and you just can't find them. It's just rust. Okay, here we go. Okay. You noted on all my points. Thank you. I've seen you being very excited about the 126 and 124. But would you like a 140? Yes. Of course, I would like a 140, but someday. But it's a very daunting very daunting car to actually own and maintain. Yes, it's built to last a lifetime. Sorry, I'm just gonna sterilize my hands a bit. It's a very daunting car to own because parts for that car are horrendously expensive, for one thing. Very expensive. Yes, parts will cost more than the 124. And my 126. But also parts are getting hard to find. It's a very big car, so physically it's going to take up a lot of space. And you need to run those cars. You need to get the one without the air suspension. I hope the 140s. I remember there was 1 or 2 models that came with the air suspension. You don't want that. In fact, any Mercedes above 10 years old, stay away from it if it's got airmatic. A lot of people who have actually had problems with their airmatic have actually gotten rid of all the airmatic and just retrofitted coil springs and shocks because it costs less to do that for all 4 corners than it is to buy one piece of airmatic. So be careful with airmatic. My late great friend Ramesh, who is from Car Rejuvenation Center, who actually did a lot of cars for me, and we did a lot of cars together, was offered 212 free, okay, free of charge. Take it. The owner didn't want it anymore, and he declined because the car needed 4 new airmatic. So you see, the 4 new airmatic in all 4 corners actually cost more than the value of the whole car. So many have actually put in coil springs, and that's not a sin because at least the car is still running. And to do all 4 corners actually costs more than one airmatic. So yeah, it has been done out there, and people don't brag about it. They don't talk about it because obvious reasons. I mean, the car is no longer original. It doesn't have an airmatic, so they don't want to, mention this too much. And but there's nothing wrong with it because I'm happy the car is still running around, which is great. Right. M5 or E53 M5, without a question, but not the current M5. I want the E60 M5, the V10. Oh yeah. Unintentional innuendos. Sorry. MD and Chris, I want to buy a G20 for my wife. You need another wife? I want a G20. Not sure to choose the 320 or the 330. I want to buy the 330, but afraid the ride a bit hard for her. Yeah, get the 320. The 330 is more performance tuned. It is more for drivers. And not to be sexist or anything, but if she's not a driver, she just wants a car to get from A to B, get the 320. More than enough. And if she doesn't like it, give it to me. Have I ever dated a car show bunny? I'm not going to answer that question because I'm currently married. And if my wife sees this, I'm dead. I'll be sleeping in one of my cars. So sorry, I'm not going to answer that question. Right. Yes, do more live streaming. Yeah, why not? Yeah, good way to pass an afternoon. Is this a good time or should I do it in the morning? Let me know. Is it possible, Kishan, hi Kishan, to upload my previous live streams? Yes, actually, I think it is. But the previous one that I did from my den for some reason did not get uploaded. And then when I tried to re-upload it, the whole thing got deleted. So it's like almost 2 hours just completely gone. Wasted, absolutely wasted. I'm so angry with myself for doing that because it was a really nice one. And oh, and another thing is, I'm not sure because if I upload this, whether you're going to see all the comments. I want to keep these comments. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to show you, or will you be able to see the comments scrolling on the video after I upload it? Hey, we'll find out after this together. Right. Okay. Chris, you know any car friends from the now not NS region? NS? Yeah. Negeri Sembilan. Yeah. Putlah N9. That's Negeri Sembilan apa NS. Yes, I do know some people down there. I wish I could go visit them. My mom-in-law actually stays in Seremban, so yeah, I travel that route quite often. So maybe next time I'm in Seremban for a weekend, I'll do a live stream and we can meet up at the McDonald's or something. Have I driven a Nissan Presea before? No, I have not driven a Nissan Presea, but I drove something in the US that was quite, what the heck was it? It looked like a Fiat X19. What the hell was that Nissan? It escapes was it the NX? Yeah, I think it was a Nissan NX. I can't remember, but no, I've not driven a Presea, but I know what the Presea looks like. It kind of looks like a Nissan Sentra, the Genting Highlands Uncle Taxi Nissan Sentra, if I'm not mistaken. Nissan Presea, wow. Let me check. That's nice. Nissan Presea is nice. Sorry, talk among yourselves for a minute. I've got to check what the Presea. Yes. It looks like the Genting Highlands Uncle Taxi, the Nissan Presea. Yeah, I don't know. Can you see that? There we go. There's a Nissan Presea. Funny looking thing, isn't it? But wow, nice. Oh, the back end looks quite nice. The back end actually looks like the Honda Accord or the Vigor. Yeah, the Legend. Sorry, not Accord. It's a bit like the Legend. Very nice. Very cool. I think it's frameless doors too, isn't it? No, not sure. Anyway. Yeah, no. Never driven a Nissan Presea. Okay, no, CRC, we used to call it. Car Rejuvenation Center is not around anymore. It closed when Ramesh passed away. Yeah. No problem, Ruben. It's fine. Sometimes I don't even know I'm married. Forget. Just kidding. Okay, is the Satria GTI still the best Proton you've ever driven? Absolutely, yes. I'm sorry, and you know what? There are very nice Protons out there right now. The X70 is a brilliant SUV, but to me, maybe it's because I owned one and I drove it a lot more than other Protons. But to me, it's still the pinnacle of Proton at its very best when it came to Proton R&D and the way they set up that car and how even the tires were actually. I mean, you've heard of car manufacturers coming up with special models where it's so special, it's down to the tires, where they have to actually make a special tire for that car, like the Chiron and the Veyron from Bugatti. I mean, they need special tires. If not, they would just explode. The Satria GTI actually had special tires made for it. I mean, they didn't have special tires made for it, but they made the car with these tires in mind, the Michelin MXF, if I'm not mistaken, that came with my car. They built from the ground up, literally. The R&D when they were doing that car, from the ground up, from the tires, went all the way up. So that's why if you can find a Satria GTI in original condition with those wheels that came with the car, it's brilliant. I mean, that's the best thing you could actually get. It's one of the best hot hatches I have ever driven, bar none. On Fraser's Hill, back in my delinquent days, that car was untouchable. Okay, I'm not bragging now, yeah? But I actually remember outpacing a Subaru Impreza going up Fraser's Hill in a Satria GTI. Okay, he could not keep up with me. That is how well sorted that car was. Just absolutely brilliant. And yeah, I mean, if one day I can find another one in its original condition, I would probably, yes, buy one. Would I consider buying a Datsun 120i? Hell yes, especially if it was a wagon. Oh yeah, definitely. I love wagons. I mean, it's no great secret. I love wagons. LK shared with me the other day a Peugeot 504 wagon. Have you ever seen a Peugeot 504 wagon in real life? It is colossal. I'm pretty sure it's bigger than my brick wagon. It is a beautiful, beautiful wagon. And I really, after the MCO is over, I want to go see that car because, hey, maybe I have two wagons. Who cares? Who cares? You can never have too many wagons. Then maybe I'll sell the brick wagon, and maybe one of you will buy it. Like I said, it will be great if one of my viewers, one of you guys, actually buys one of my cars. It will still be in the family. I'll be so happy, so happy. With having the car still in the family will be wonderful. It's like I said, it's sometimes who I sell to is more important than what I sell for. Yeah. That said, I'm not going to give my cars away. Okay, don't get me wrong. Okay. Let's see what else. Why does Indonesia always get cars first among all the countries in Asia? Wow. Do they really? I thought Singapore got all the new cars first. CBU country, they get all the CBU models first. Yeah. So no local. If all the cars are CBU, they can get it very fast. And of course, you have to remember that Indonesia is a huge market, as is Thailand. I mean, a lot of trucks are launched in Thailand first before they are launched here. It's just per capita, Thailand is the biggest pickup truck country in the world, following only America. So yeah. You're welcome for the storytelling. Okay. God eyes. Which one do you prefer between the 2015 Clio RS and 2012 86? 88. Sorry, GT 86. Is it worth to add a little to my budget to get 86? Again, that's entirely up to you, buddy. If you can afford it, I mean, it's entirely up to you. I like the Clio RS because for me, it's just a plain old, straight up, no excuses, no BS, hot hatch. Okay. Passengers are going to be uncomfortable. You can't carry a lot of luggage, but when you're alone and on Bukit Tinggi Road or something, you're just going to absolutely love that car. Not to say the 86 won't be fun as well. I'm sure it will be. So yeah, again, personal preference, entirely up to you. My thoughts on the Honda NSX. If I could afford one, I would have bought one a long time ago. That's a brilliant car. I drove it in Japan in 2009. Yeah, on Motegi. I drove the NSX on Motegi. And it was just, I fell in love then. I've been in love since. I mean, it's just a brilliant car. I mean, when you have Ayrton Senna, the late great Ayrton Senna, helping you with the ride and handling of a car, you can't go wrong. I mean, you really can't go wrong. Full aluminum body, no worries about rust. It's just absolutely brilliant. Again, one of those cars that I wish they would just keep in original spec condition. I've seen many out there with different rims on it. And of course, I've always said to each their own. Put on rims, whatever rims you want, but that car is just brilliant, straight off the factory floor, brilliant from the start. You don't need to do anything to it, and if you have one, keep it, because they're just going to appreciate more and more and more. They're not going to stop appreciating. They're just brilliant cars. Okay. Oh gosh, I've missed a lot. Okay, here we go. Favorite Protons are the Wajah, Satria, GTI, to be honest, but I'm biased towards the Wajah because it's sentimental reasons, of course. The Wajah is a great car. Again, the Wajah is a wonderful car. I got one parked right outside. And my dad was using it. Now it was too big for him anyway. My dad's pretty old. He's 81, 83. And so he's using the Charade. And this is a very interesting story because long time ago, I offered to buy him a classic Mini. And he said, no, he hates small cars. So gave him the Wajah, okay? And now he finds that the smaller the car, it's easier for him to park, easier to move around, and he's absolutely loving the Charade, which is great. It's wonderful. And I know the Charade won't let him down because it's a PPG car. Put petrol, go. It's gonna last forever, that car. Small little engine, road tax is about 20 ringgit. I don't think he's put any petrol in the tank since I gave it to him 6 months ago. It's lasted that long. So yeah, cheap to maintain, super cheap to maintain. Oh, John. Hey, Sean. Mustang 2.3 or 5.0? 5.0. 2.3 is not a Mustang. 5.0 for sure. Sorry. 2.3 is a sellout. 2.3 is they wanted to sell, so they put in a smaller engine so that more people could buy. But no, Mustang's got a big engine. Muscle cars gotta have big engines. I mean, if it's gonna be a muscle car, it's gotta be a very big engine. Okay. If not, it's not a muscle car, and a Mustang is a muscle car. How can you put a small engine in a muscle car? Sorry, personal preference, nothing against the Mustang. If any of you out there have a 2.3, you're better off than me. I would just love to have a Mustang, period. Just a Mustang. Yeah. Okay. Why am I not scrolling? Why is it not scrolling? Oh, here we go. Now it's scrolling. Okay. Hi, Dean. You remind me of Chris Harris, the British car journalist. Chris Harris is cool. And why I like Chris Harris is also he's into classics. He's got some really nice classics out there. And he's got one of my favorite classics. He's got the BMW M5 E28, the first M5. And yeah, so very, very jealous of his car. So I'll take it back. Don't like him. Sorry. My first car was Saga 1.3 megavalve. Yeah, it was a hand-me-down from my dad who graduated to a 1.5 Iswara or something. He bought those cars for cash. I mean, they were so cheap back then. And so he gave me the 1.3, which was a brilliant car. Loved it, 1.3 megavalve. I loved it till the time I parked it upside down in a monsoon drain. Yeah, that happened. Yeah. And then it was a write-off. And that was all she wrote. I don't know what happened to the car, really. Really, I don't know if it was fixed up and sold off or not. Best roads in Malaysia to test out cars. Sungai Koyan. Sungai Koyan, yeah, yep, generic brand account. What would you recommend? Google Maps or OpenStreetMaps for finding nice twisting roads? I recommend you just get into your car and start driving until you need to find a petrol station. Just drive and find your own best roads. I have quite a few actually. Sungai Koyan is definitely one of them, but that's a full day drive. Short drives would be, I used to like Uluyam very much, but it's just overly populated right now. I mean, too many vehicles, both 4 and 2 wheels, and 2 wheels without engines, and 2 legs in running shoes. Too many people out there. Too much congestion in Uluyam. So I actually stay away from Uluyam these days because, well, not these days, before the MCO, I actually stay away from Uluyam because it's just, one more thing about Uluyam, it's a very narrow road, okay? And no runoff. The runoff is a grass verge followed by drains, or a grass verge followed by a forest, or a grass verge followed by a valley, or an AMCO. You know, all no-win situations. No way to actually recover from a mishap. You know, if you oversteer, you might go into the gully or into a fence. You never know. It's a very dangerous road because too many people drive it too fast. It's a very dangerous road because there are too many people on it. And it's also a dangerous road because you can't really overtake. And if you get stuck behind somebody, there's always the propensity to tailgate, to egg that person to go on faster because you know you want to go faster, you can go faster, but the person in front of you might not be able to go faster. They might be already driving at their limit. And because they don't want to hold you up, they will go faster, and then they're driving above their limit. And while you are still at your limit, they're above their limit. Something happens, they're going to crash, you're not. Okay, so that's why I don't like driving on Uluyam anymore. Have I ever seen, Ruben, BMW 2002? Yes, I've seen BMW 2002, not just in the BMW museum in Germany, but also in real life. When I bought my first Alfetta, in fact, the one that's sitting out there right now, the seller, Tuan Mizi, he actually had a BMW 2002. It was green, beautiful, mint condition, better condition than the Alfetta that I bought from him, but he had spent so much money on both that he had to let go of one of them. And so he let go of the Alfetta, and I bought his Alfetta, and I drove it back from Temerloh Pahang, but I still remember his green 2002 back in Temerloh. Beautiful car, beautiful car. Divesh, R32 or 33? Wow, good question. I'm into classics, as you know, and that's why I probably go for the R32, the one that's older. Yeah, so I would probably go for an R32, although that's not to say the R33 is bad. I mean, they've only gotten better. In fact, they've gotten too good. To me, the R35 is a car for 10 years or 20 years from now. It's not a car now. Freaking Nissan has built a car for the future. It's too technical to be used now, really. Maybe if you're Michael Schumacher, you can exploit the car to its max, you know. But I think the average person is not going to be able to exploit the car for all it's worth. So to me, it's overkill. It's overkill. Now, again, all this is just my personal opinion. It is not the overall opinion of people out there. Just talking to you guys now as me, okay? Which is my Lim, hi. Which is my favorite B road to drive in Selangor? The one going to Ulu Langat, and also the one past Ulu Langat. But again, those roads around Ulu Langat, very narrow. A lot of pockets of settlements, a lot of people selling stuff by the side of the road. You never know when a kid is going to run out. It's very scary, but to just drive slow and enjoy the view, and yeah, those roads are really nice. Any place out of town. I mean, town is a concrete jungle and it's usually jammed, so yeah, Gotta get out of town. Gotta get out of town. Right. Okay. Oh, sorry. I've gone through this already. See, I've screwed up again. I've gone too high. I've gone too high. As you say, you can never go too high. Okay. Will the latest Suzuki Jimny ever come to Malaysia? I love both, the new and old. No, I don't think so. But then again, there was rumors. I hate to talk about rumors. Okay. Um, there were rumors that NASA is going to take back Jimny. Sorry, going to take back Suzuki, bring back Suzuki to Malaysia. I hope they do because the Jimny is just brilliant. I love it. I had the previous generation, or previous generation, the SJ413 short wheelbase. Very nice, very nice. And I love the new one. The new one is just so nice. They call it the mini G wagon for many reasons, and it does look like a mini G wagon. Very, very nice. Okay. All right. Yep, I've gone too far. There we go. Now I'm at the bottom. Good. A lot of Mark X fans, huh? Yeah, nice. Okay. I mean, hi Chris, 2005, 2000, 2006 Mark X worth the 30K. Which year or better Mark X for 35K budget? I think those cars are going around that price. Yeah, but you gotta get again. You gotta check the condition of the car for one thing. A good service history is always good. Previous knowledge about the car. If you can buy from a private seller, somebody who has owned the car for a few years, they can tell you a heck of a lot more than a used car dealer could. And nothing against used car dealers, okay? I bought a lot of cars from used car dealers. But used car dealers usually have not been able to impart a lot of knowledge in regards to the car. All of them will just say tip top. Yeah, everything is fantastic. Every single car they sell is brand new, like new, accident free, lady owned. It's the same spiel over and over again. So it's risky. It's risky. If you can get it from somebody who's owned the car for a few years, and that will help, because at least they can tell you something about the car, what has been done. When was the last service? What oil did they use? Things like that. That always helps. Hi, Saiful. How are you? What food are you craving the most now? Ramly Burger. Without a doubt, I miss my Ramly Burger. All the Ramly Burger stalls around here are closed, of course, and it's where they should be. But yeah, I think after MCO is lifted, I'm gonna treat myself to a daging double special cheese. Just saying that makes me all fizzy inside. Anyway. Hi Yoga, how are you, Yoga? Nice to see you. Sri Raman, what is your opinion on BMW E60? Oh, don't ask me that, man. Don't ask me about the BMW E60 because I love that car. Chris Bangle designed that car. I think I've said this before, Chris. I'll say it again in case some of you missed it. Okay, forgive me if I'm repeating myself. Chris Bangle designed that car to look good 20 years from when it was launched, and he has succeeded. He has absolutely succeeded. You park an E60 next to the new F10 or G30, sorry. Park it, and it will still look contemporary. It will still look like it was just launched maybe last year or something. Like, in fact, if you put it in the timeline of the BMW 5 Series, it doesn't look like it belongs in the BMW 5 Series timeline at all. It's unique. The flame surfacing, the bangle butt, all those things, and they chastised him so much for it when it first came out. But now, how many decades later? So almost 2 decades later, look at the car. It's still contemporary. It still looks damn good. In fact, my E39 out there does not look like the predecessor for the E60, and the E60 does not look anywhere near the E39. Okay, in fact, my E39 looks a lot more like the F10. Like the F10 is a logical successor from the E39. So the E60 that was sitting here doesn't belong in the BMW timeline, and for that reason, it is so sought after. And for that reason, I love it. I love the E60. And which model would I want? The M5, of course, with the V10 engine. No more V10s. Why do I like a V10? For the sound it makes. I mean, if you go to YouTube, sorry, you're in YouTube right now. You go look for the top 10 best sounding cars of all time, and you'll find a couple of V10s in there for sure. A few V10s in there. The one from the LFA, the one from the Audi R8. V10s make an incredible sound, and in the back of your mind, it's subliminal. You know you've heard this sound before, and you know you like this sound, but you don't know why. It's because of Formula One. From those engines, those sounds that's stuck in your head. That's why a V10 sounds so amazing. Someday I shall own a V10. Not today though. It's not gonna happen very soon. Okay. KTM crossbow in Malaysia. Yes, there are KTM crossbows in Malaysia. Of course, you don't see them very often. That car has got no roof. You need to wear a helmet when you drive it, or when it rains, you're gonna get soaked. You know, it's more like a motorbike for 2 on 3 wheels. Same as the speaking of bike, same as the Spider, the Can-Am Spider. It's actually a car with 3 wheels, basically. Okay, here we go. Sorry to hear that, Yoga. 8,000 cases in Singapore. That's really bad. So let me just go up here a little bit, just in case I missed anything. Here we go. Right. Have I driven a Caterham? Have I driven a Caterham? Have I driven a Caterham? Nah, not locally. No. What did I drive locally that was like a Caterham? A Bufori. I drove a Bufori. Yeah, I drove a Bufori, the small one. And when I went to Bufori to test drive their car, I remember Jerry was talking to me and everything, and I was looking, while he was talking to me, Jerry Curry was talking to me, I was looking at the door of this Bufori, and I'm like, I'm not going to be able to fit in there, okay? And after he finished talking, I tried to get in, and of course, I could not get into the car. That was so embarrassing. I'm supposed to be there to test drive this guy, and he's gone through his whole presentation with me on this car and how they're hand built and made like a suit, because they actually bring the owner and measure him from head to toe, and then they build a car around his stature, and it's like, you know, it's like a suit. It's a car that's built like a suit for its owner. And of course, that was their demo model, which was built as a generic, so it's supposed to fit everybody. But yeah, I couldn't get in, so they had to remove the roof of the Bufori so that I could climb in. Then they put the roof back, and I couldn't get out. So I actually test drove the car, not being able to get out because it was a hot day, and I didn't want them to take the roof off. And I test drove this car with the roof on, knowing that if anything happened, I was dead because I wouldn't be able to get out. So that was a funny story from my previous career, previous life, magazine life. Yeah. Right. How's my BMW E39, Henry? Very good. Thank you for asking. Doing very well. Starts up every time, and taking turns to be used as a essentials run car. Yeah, I haven't done a video on the E39 as an essentials run car, but I did the other day and didn't do a video on it. Or did I? Can't remember. But anyway, she's running very well. Very, very happy with it. Starts up every time. Still sounds strong. No problem. Chris, have you driven from Ahmad Mian? Have you driven a 94 Toyota Corona 1.6 or 2.0? No, I have not. I had a Toyota Corona a long time ago, but it was the 1.8 TT132. And I think I've got a picture of her somewhere here, so I can show that to you. Maybe you've already seen, if you're following me on Instagram, you'll be able to see some of my older cars. They're in there. And my Instagram looks like this. So let me get, oh, hello, Julie. Yeah, I'm following Julie. So here we go. This is, can you see that? This is my Instagram. There we go. That's my Instagram. So I can't show it straight, can I? Oh, yes, I can. That's my Instagram. So yeah, follow me on Instagram, and you'll be able to see quite a number of cars there. Yeah, that's me. And where's my Corona? My Corona. Dun 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 dun. My Corona. Where's my Corona? Here we go. That's my Corona. So this is a few of my cars there. You can see this on my Instagram, but that's my Corona. BBD, the one on the bigger picture, that's my Corona, and below that is my KE70, my TE71 liftback, and the Corona liftback as well. So yeah, that's you can see that. So yeah, follow me on Instagram if you want to see some more cars. I've got a lot of cars on Instagram here. Oh, look at this. This was taken some time ago in Sungai Petani Kedah. You're gonna want to like hit the road. What a beautiful road! A straight road, and look at that sky. Amazing, absolutely amazing. So yes, the newer Coronas, no, but I own the previous one, 1.8, also a carbureted engine. So very nice car. Love that. Okay, moving along. Oh, hello, Ryun Lao 883R. It's the first gen Bentley Continental Flying Spur from 2005, considered a classic. I think a Bentley is considered a classic the moment it rolls out of the factory. Bentleys are all classics. But if you're thinking about buying one, maybe you should watch Tyler Hoover at Hoovy's Garage. His episode on buying a Bentley, the cheapest Bentley Continental GT in America. Then you might think twice about actually buying a Bentley. Okay. So, hi Tan. Tan Hao Jian. Chris, I have a bunch of Hot Wheels that I don't want anymore. Do you want them for free? Are you serious? Are you absolutely serious? No, I've got to give you something in return. What can I give you in return? Yes, of course I want them. I want them. Keep them for me, okay? I will get them from you after this MCO is over. Thank you. I'll look through my treasure trove of stuff, which somebody actually asked me to do a video on the treasure trove of event gifts, the door gifts that we get. I'll find something really nice for you in return for those Hot Wheels. So thank you very much, Tan. Yes, I would like them. Drop me an email at chris@evomalaysia.com. I'll put it in here. I'll put my email in here so you know what it is. Yes, I hunt and pack when I type. That's my email. Please drop me an email, Tan, and we can hook up and I can collect them from you, or you can send them over. Or if you're in another country, you can email them to me. Send them to me via mail, and I'll pay for the postage, of course. Thank you so much for the offer. Hey, Kenneth. Currently, which country has the best? Sorry, let me read that again. Globally, which are the current generation of cars that you think has the great design? Oh, wow. Interesting question. Good question. I think the Italians have always had a flair for design. I think, unfortunately, the Germans have all gotten to copying each other a little bit. A lot of the German cars from different makes, from different manufacturers, actually starting to look alike, which is very sad. I think the Italians probably have the best flair for car design. That said, the Japanese as well, and the Koreans recently, they've actually started importing designers. Peter Schreier, if I'm not mistaken, works for Kia, and he's been designing some very, very, very nice looking cars, gotta admit. So yeah, the Koreans are catching up very, very fast. Okay. Oh, 182. I've always had trouble saying your YouTube name. 182 Kev TCS Kevtex. Hi, nice to see you too, buddy. I'm glad you're here. Thank you so much. Right. Okay, here we go. VTEC or VVTI, both. I mean, it's the same thing basically. Variable valve timing. You know, I've had a car. Did you know the Mitsubishi Cordia? And do you remember the Mitsubishi Cordia, the Mitsubishi Celeste, the Mitsubishi Tridia? They had mechanical VTEC. There was actually a lever right next to the gear shift. The gear shift here, there was a lever next to it where you can go power or economy, and that was actually just changing the cam profiling. And so yeah, those are good. That's great. That technology has actually been around for quite some time. My Alfa Romeo 155 actually had VTEC, but they didn't harp on it at all. It actually had variable valve and timing. So yeah, VTEC, VVTI, pretty much the same thing. Both doing the same thing. So, of course, everybody says VTEC kicked in, yo. Nobody says VVTI kicked in, yo. Pretty much the same thing. I guess Honda really promoted VTEC. I mean, it was thanks to Honda that they promoted VTEC so much, because they made a very big thing out of it, and it is a big thing. So anyway, Wei Pinyan, hello, you're here. Hello, sup, bro? Thank you for tuning in. Yeah, I just decided to do this impromptu, and it's already gone for 1 hour and 45 minutes. So hey, man, please do this more frequently, Sifu. Anyways, can't wait. So you're being on the road again? Yes, me too. I miss being out on the road, really. Like I said in my previous video, I was the type that was driving every day, in one of the cars, just hitting the road, driving for the hell of it. And I miss doing that. And same for my two wheels as well, my bikes, my motorbikes. I said bikes before, and somebody actually asked if I was a cycling enthusiast. Okay, M. Dean, I know someone bought a Porsche 944 Turbo 1986 for more than 300,000. Wow. Willing buyer, willing seller, buddy. Seriously, that's exactly what happened with my 123 wagon, my S123. Blurted out a crazy price, and the buyer stuck out his hand and agreed to it. So I was duty bound to sell. So maybe that's what happened here. somebody blurts out the price efficient. Their other halves have told them, please sell that car. You're not using it. So the seller's price, and then nobody buys the car for that price. And then he can show the other half, yeah, I've been trying to sell it. Nobody wants to buy it. Bikes are very, very, very personal thing. Somebody might love the CBR, jump onto a Ninja and say it's crap. Somebody might love the Ninja, jump onto it. If you're a biker and you're looking at those two bikes, you need to ride both of them and see which one suits you more. Because more than cars, I always say that about cars, right? I mean, somebody compares a Toyota Vios to a Honda City and asks me which one they should buy. I drive it, see which one suits you more. It's just the truth. You like, or you've got a bar that you want, because with it. More important, okay, I just opened my mouth, that's all. Okay, 850R again. No, I never owned a Volvo 850R. And have you ever had the chance to drive or experience the Volvo C70? Yes. The coupe, the first gen, Malaysian, and you can bring it back, because I've not seen a C70, the original C70, for the longest time. And yes, I've driven it. I was actually working for Volvo at the time when it appeared in Malaysia, and I did the launch. I did the local launch. I did the local test drives. Because we only had one demo unit. The 850R, I don't think we had, or maybe we had one each, but the official drive was done in Scotland, and I talked about it in a previous video, so I won't go scroll down for the media drive. I'm very happy. Irwan, you're here. Hey, buddy. Yeah, I didn't announce this live thing. I just wanted to test my laptop. This is the first time I'm actually using Grey Curtain Studio, and yeah, it works. So quite happy about that. I've never used the camera function on this laptop. It's a dinosaur. Yeah. Anybody ever found out what year the latitude in laptop questions in my community section, which I haven't not answered? I'm sorry about that. So that's why part of the reason why I'm doing this live Q&A is to answer. GTI is okay. Let's put it this way, okay? If in a blindfold test, of course you shouldn't drive blindfolded. In a blindfold test, if you were to drive a Satria GTI, let's say Fraser's Hill, Bukit Tinggi, whatever, you would not believe that you were driving a Proton. Okay, if they covered the steering wheel and you had no idea what car you were driving, hell for leather, at your limits, of course, not over your limits, you would not believe that you are driving how good they are. They're just brilliant cars in original condition. Unfortunately, a lot of people who bought those cars, they modified them, and you don't need to modify the Satria GTI. It's brilliant right out of the crate. It's a brilliant car. Okay, moving along. Hello, Shakti. Hi, sir. Rear-wheel drive car and front-wheel drive car have different driving feel or just the same? What suits a beginner driver? I would say go with a front-wheel drive car. Rear-wheel drive cars, the feeling, yeah, there is to answer your basic question, there is a feeling of difference when you drive a front-wheel drive car and a rear-wheel drive car. How can I show you this? Well, okay, it's very simple. Take a pen, and I'll show you what I mean, okay? All right, just put it on the table, okay? Take a pen, put it on the table. Then what you do is you pull it. Hey, I got an idea. Check this out. To show you what I'm doing. So can you see, if I use this as a mirror, what I'm doing with the pen? Almost? Okay. Well, there's the pen. Okay, right there. So what you do is, somebody actually showed this to me a long time ago as a very basic, that's the pen, you can see it right here, as a very basic experiment of why front-wheel drive is easier than rear-wheel drive, okay? What you do is, you just pull the pen along, and it's in a straight line, right? Okay. Now you push from the back. It curves. Basic, very basic. There's more stability when you pull than when you push. Somebody actually showed me this overseas, long time ago. I think it was a BMW event. Yeah. Oh, it's a funny story about the BMW event. I'll tell you later. So anyway, basically, you have more control when you're pulling something rather than when you're pushing something, okay? However, that said, I prefer rear-wheel drive cars because to me, the front wheels should only be steering. That's all you need. You just need the front wheels to steer. Get the power from the back, let the front wheels steer. But there's a lot more benefits to front-wheel drive. You don't have that long drive shaft going around down the front of, the whole length of the car, less components that are turning, less things that are going to go wrong. So yeah, there's a reason why a cost reason why front-wheel drive was adopted more than rear-wheel drive. But I'm so glad BMW is still going rear-wheel drive. So cool. Moving along, Mazda 3 MPS. Oh, yes. Speaking of front-wheel drive, we called that the torque steer monster, the Mazda 3 MPS. It was the torque steer monster. It just, torque steer is when the torque of the acceleration, the torque when you move off, actually causes the wheels to actually, the steering wheel to actually oscillate. You can see this best torque steer happening in real life in a non-motoring situation. If you have a hose pipe, a garden hose pipe that is too thin for the amount of pressure, that's water pressure that's coming through the hose, from the pipe. What's going to happen is, have you ever seen it happen? The hose pipe is going to actually move by itself, okay? Because there's too much pressure, there's too much water going through. The hose pipe is actually going to wriggle by itself. You can see this in a movie called Backdraft as well. I think it was one of the Baldwin brothers, William Baldwin, yeah. Kurt Russell is his brother. If you've ever seen the movie, he loses the hose pipe from the truck, and you know how much pressure there is in those fireman hoses, right? And it's just flying everywhere. And that is basically torque steer. When there's so much power going through the front wheels, the steering actually moves. So if the MPS was a rear-wheel drive car, it would be a hoot, but it's front-wheel drive. So you got the steering and the power going to the same wheels, and that's too much. That's why they say that if you have a front-wheel drive car, maximum brake horsepower going into the front wheels. Now, wheel horsepower, not crank horsepower, yeah? Wheel horsepower, 200. After that, you're going to get a lot of torque steer, because the wheels not only have to provide the rolling power, they have to actually turn as well. And because they can turn, and there's so much power going to those front wheels, you get torque steer. It's just too much power. So here we go. I hope you understood that crazy illustration. Yeah, anyway. Sorry. So moving along. Right. Yes, the MPS is a good car. Everybody complained about the torque steer, but I didn't. I loved it. I thought it was a brilliant car, actually. I would still want one. Yeah, someday when it's more affordable. Right. Pura Dua Asia. What do I think of it? Very nice runaround car. Point A to point B. It's kind of like a newer Daihatsu Charade that I have as well. So it's just a point A to point B car. Don't expect it to lap the Nürburgring in under 7 minutes, okay? It's not that kind of car. It's like I said earlier about the Pura Dua Beza, all these cars have a specific need that they are catering to. They are not performance cars by any stretch of the imagination. They are just transport, personal mobility kind of transport cars. So just use them for what they were made for, right? Hey, Tayalan, have I owned a diesel-powered car before? Yes, yeah, I do. I had a Ford Courier, which I drove from Malaysia to China in the year 2000, and I've actually got a picture of her right here. Since we were earlier talking about my Instagram, again, if you're got nothing better to do or nobody else to follow, by all means follow my Instagram, because where's my Ford Courier? I bought this. The Ford Courier was the first lifestyle pickup truck in Malaysia, by the way. It was the predecessor to the Ford Ranger, and yeah, I had one. Where's my Courier? Where's my Courier? Oh, further up, sorry. Because I just recently posted it, I think, because I just recently found the photo. I have a lot of photos, okay? Because I've been in this business when we were still using print film in regular cameras, which we had to send for developing, and then wait a few days, and then scan them, and then put them into the magazine. So it was a lot of work before we could even come up with the article. And yes, I seem to have lost my... Oh, here we go. That's my Ford Courier. Can you see that? I'll let it focus for a while. But yeah, that's my Ford Courier. So yes, I have owned a diesel vehicle before. And this was 2.5 liter naturally aspirated. It wasn't even a turbo. There wasn't even a turbo in it. 0 to 100, I could use one of these to calculate 0 to 100, okay? Top speed, a blistering 120 if I was going down a slope. No, sorry. Somebody said that I could do 160 if I pushed it off a cliff, and I believe them. So I ain't going to take their word for it. So I am going to take their word for it. But yeah, that was my Ford Courier, which I absolutely adored. It was great. drove it to China, from Malaysia to China and back in the year 2000. Yeah. So good car right there. Right. Okay. Hey, Ricky Bobby, what's up? Will bullshit Honda bring the ADV 150? Huh? Oh, Bunsu. Sorry. Bunsu Honda. Say lah, Bunsu Honda. Don't be lazy. Type the whole thing. God damn it. Will Bunsu Honda bring the ADV 150? I think that it's already in. I think the ADV 150 is already in. Yeah. So, but I'm not sure. Not the ADV 150. Sorry, the 750 is in the ADV 150. No, I've not seen it yet. They might. Yeah. So stay tuned. If they do, I will post about it because yeah, I'm excited about that too. Really, I'm into scooters, as you know. So yeah, I will. Ricky, am I a fan of electric cars? No, sorry, not a fan of electric cars. Actually, I only one that I really liked a lot was the Renault Twizy. That was only because of its novelty. Driving that car made people happy. I drove around the neighborhood. You can't even go on the highway. If it's a toll highway, you're not allowed to go on the highway. But I drove that car around the neighborhood, and kids was laughing and screaming and pointing, and even adults were actually looking and smiling. So it made people happy, and that made me happy. So I like to make people happy, and that car makes people happy. So yeah, I would buy a Renault Twizy just to run around the neighborhood. But as far as an electric car, a complete electric car like the Nissan Leaf or something like that is concerned, we're not ready for it. We're not ready for electric cars. Our infrastructure is far from electric cars. I mean, there's a big hoo-ha right now about Tesla even. In one of the most established electric car countries in the world are having problems with their supercharging and their fast charging and all that. People just don't have the time to spend waiting 45 minutes. 45 minutes is nothing. I mean, we've been going for almost 2 hours here and it feels like 45 minutes. But when you actually have to sit and wait for 45 minutes for your car to charge so you can continue your journey, it's a lifetime. It's a lifetime. You're not gonna enjoy it at all. So no, we are not ready for electric cars, not by a long shot. But maybe in the future, but not now. I think in that respect, hybrids are still the best bet we have right now in terms of a more environmentally friendly means of personal mobility. Okay. Yep, no worries, Aaron. Glad to clarify. Happy that you're here. Thank you for letting me clarify. Hi, Pierre. How are you? Welcome. And how do I maintain my cars? One by one. The longest journey begins with a single step. Yeah. So yeah, and excuse me. Sorry, COVID-19. No, I'm just kidding. God eyes. Which hot hatch would you recommend for a budget of around 70,000? 70,000 is not a budget in terms of reliability, daily driving, and a weekend run. You look 70,000. Wow. No, if you had said 7,000, that would be a challenge. 70,000. There's so many out there that you can get. If you want something that's very low maintenance, make sure it's Japanese. I mean, that's all I can say. But so many hot hatches. I am actually looking for a hot hatch. Like I said much earlier, I'm looking for a Toyota Starlet KP61. So that's a post MCO project that I'm going to be looking at. Oh, hey Drew, what's up? Yeah, just decided to do this really quick and see what's what. Did I miss anything? And I apologize again if I did. Okay, nope. I think I've got most of them. But yeah, this has been fun. I actually started this so that I could go through some of the comments, but I haven't even gone through some of the comments in my community section. But I haven't even gone through one of them, except for the Satria GTI, what it's like to drive comment. So I'm sorry, but I'm so glad that you're all here. And yeah, maybe you should do this again. Yeah, this was quite fun. I've just killed 2 hours of time, which is great. I think I hope all of you have enjoyed it as well. And so maybe more of these Q&A sessions further on. If I can do one every other day or one a week, that should be quite nice. I know Bobby and Con and the rest have been doing this as well. So yeah, that might be something to look at. Very nice. So now I don't know what to do because it's already 5 p.m. almost the end of the day already. Started up all my cars. Don't need an essentials run, and I think we're good here. So yeah. Oh, you want to see something weird? One of my collections is. Can you guess what this is? Yeah. Of all the weird things I talked about, collecting weird things, right? I actually collect valve caps, car valve caps. How cool! How crazy is that? I mean, anything can be collected. So yeah, this is one of my collections as well, and particularly proud of this one. Check this out. It's very, very solid, and look what it says. Let me turn it for you. Pretty cool, right? Solid metal. This thing is really heavy. Oof. Anyway, so yeah, I collect these silly things as well. Would you believe the E36 actually came with these valve caps? Shit you not. It came with these valve caps. And so coincidentally, of all the things, I actually have a whole bunch of valve caps with smiley faces on them. Yeah, right there. So if I tip it over, it'll all drop out. But there they are, my valve cap collection. So like I said, you can just about collect anything. I also have a keychain collection, which is over here. Oh, goodness. There we go. So yeah, I've got a big old keychain collection. Let me show you some of them. Let's see. So this one is Mercedes-Benz. And that's my Mercedes-Benz keychain collection right there. This one. And this is one of my favorites because it's very, very old. And anybody got an E-Class? Yeah, not too bad, eh? So yeah, lots and lots of keychains, which I've been collecting over the years. And it just started off with one or two that I got from an event. And then the next thing I know, I've got a whole freaking bunch of keychains. So what do you think? I need more cards or something? Yeah. Yes, I've got lots and lots of keychains. This one's waiting for the Volvo to come back. And I'm going to put this one on as well for the Volvo. Why? It says Pink Floyd, The Wall. Why? Why for the Volvo? Because it's a brick wagon, and Pink Floyd's got a song that says just another brick in the wall. That's why. Got this nice Ford one as well. This is solid. It fell on your foot, you'll probably break your toe. And what else have I got in here? Ah, this one from Pirelli. It's kind of nice. Got this from Japan, Yoshimura. Oh, there we go. Never gonna own one, but at least I've got a keychain. So yeah, I collect all kinds of stuff. It's weird, really, really weird. But there you go. That's just me, I guess. No, it's not just me. I'm sure you guys collect stuff as well. Right. Hey, Derek. Hey, you're here. Cool. Hope all is well. Yes, thank you. You saw a Toyota Corona 2.0 1990. I think I saw that in a Muda as well. Yes, it should be very easy to maintain. So yes, you should actually look into it. If you're looking for a nice classic daily runner, like I said, if you've got many cars, you need at least one out there that's your go-to car, the one that's going to start every single time. And you can't go wrong with a Toyota, because both of the ones outside here that I have with me have been fine during this MCO and just start up every single time. So what else am I into, Pierre, besides motoring? Yes, well, you've seen my keychain collection. You've seen my tire valve collection. You can check out my knife collection in some of the previous videos. So yeah, quite a bit. I'm into biking as well, but that's part of motoring, I guess. So yeah, just waiting to drive some more. So anyway, wow, it's been 2 hours and 5 minutes, guys, and it's been a fun 2 hours and 5 minutes. I hope you've enjoyed this. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to try and upload this. It might not work, but if it didn't, at least you were here to see it live. Okay. In the meantime, you all take care, and thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate all of you coming in. This was just a test, and it worked out really well. So yes, I'll be online again soon. Maybe next time I'll give a heads up in the community section. Check out the community section of my YouTube for further updates. Okay. In the meantime, you all take care. Right. Cool. Awesome. Thank you very much, and see you all soon. Parting is such sweet sorrow. Just go away.